Hi, this is Matt Ganzak. This is the go-to-market traction loop. So after launching businesses for 20 years, this is the strategy that I use for every single business. We have grown and scaled apps to 8 figures and beyond. We've done multiple exits, and I get millions of views by using this and taking products to market and getting people on board and all the exciting stuff. So I run this every single day, every single project that we do. And I'm going to give this to you, give you this document. There's a link below. And why I give documents in every single video that I make is I want you to train your agents. I want you to train your LLM. If you use AI for your business, which you should be, you can take this and you can train your agents on how to do your marketing better. So it'll build this go-to-market traction loop for you as you go through and give it to your agent. I don't care which platform you use. You can train any LLM on what it is that you're doing, build SOPs and all of that stuff. If you're not using Obsidian, I have a full video on that, and you can go through that and so forth. But diving into this, Obsidian is great for having that local knowledge base, having that second brain, building your SOPs, and then your agents run on that. So that's what we do here. We help you out with the technology that's there, taking a very frugal approach to creating AI apps and creating technology and taking it to market and being really mindful of cost. And, that's really important to me. So, for example, when I take a project to market, I want it to be profitable in the first month of somebody coming on board and selling. I don't want to push and push and push and go further into the hole in advertising and marketing and all of those things. I want to be profitable right out of the gate with every product I launch. And it's the approach that I bring. It's the approach that's built into this. And if you feel that you're struggling with your go-to-market and with your traction for your current project, I don't care if you're selling a service, selling an app, or you just have an idea, it does not matter. You'll be able to walk through this and run through. So I'm not going to read every single word on the screen. You'll have the entire doc, but I want to highlight a couple of things. My honest guarantee to you, FTC requires that I give you, I don't give you guarantees, but I will give you a guarantee here. If you do nothing, you are guaranteed to receive nothing. If you create no videos, if you make no content, if you push nothing out there, you are guaranteed zero. That is something that I can tell you with, 100% confidence. If you do nothing, you will get nothing. But if you post a video and you get at least one view, then one view on a video, just one, then you'll be able to use this in order to the next video get 2 views, and then the next video get 4 views, and keep compounding and keep going. So if you do nothing, you make zero content, you take nothing from this, I guarantee you'll have no result. But if you take action, you'll be able to compound that effect by learning from what you're doing, and this is built around that. So here's the loop. And it's a loop, not a funnel. So let's break it down. So the narrative is your unfair advantage. This is what makes what it is that you're doing great. What makes you stand out? What makes your product stand out? Your service stand out? Whatever it is that you're doing, what makes it stand out? Then the next step is your wow factor. And I like bringing that wow factor up really close into the front. And I'll give you some exact examples on how we do that. But again, it doesn't matter if you have a service or if you have a product that you're trying to sell, like an app or something like that. You want to bring that wow moment forward. And then couple that with your offer, something that is too good to be true. They would be silly to not take this offer. Creating the Omnipresence, which is making videos and content on every single platform. And I'm going to show you exactly how we do that. And then the capture and compounding. So that's where we learn from what it is that we did, and we can feed that back into our agent, and then round and round we go, and we improve every time we go forward. So your narrative, this is your unfair advantage. First thing you need to do is you need to define your USP, and I give you a prompt. You'll have to plug in your information here because I don't know your business. I don't know who your customer is and what makes you great, what's your real strength, and what you're solving and so forth. So you have to plug those in. But as you give this to your agent, I don't care if you use OpenAI, Claude, ChatGPT, whatever system you're using, you'll be able to use this to build your USP. And this is one of the places where projects start to drift is on your USP. What you're going to end up doing is understanding what your landing page is going to be, what your ads are going to be, what all your content's going to be about, and how to define that and define what that shift is going to be in your business. So you're going to define that shift and you can start building that shift into your business today. So here's where we're starting. And you either have a service, an app, or an idea. So from here, we're going to be able to use this playbook in order to market your service. And I know you might be watching this saying like, I offer marketing services and, I'm selling, the features of what I do in my marketing service. Listen, all you have to do is follow this process and it's going to show you how to create content and it's going to show you how to sell your service better. And people are going to come to you, messaging you, saying, I want to pay you money. I want to hire you. I want to bring you on board. I get this every single day. I have people messaging me every single day wanting to take action with me and with my business, all because of exactly what I'm explaining here. And I also have apps and I come up with new ideas and I go through this entire process. So the path A, if you're selling a service, here's how you build that prompt in order to start planning how to sell that service. So you can explain what it is that you do. You can start building out that landing page. You can start building out your materials on how you're going to sell and what you're going to sell, etc. Same with your app, the prompt there. Or if you just have an idea, here's how you can start prompting how we can create that wow moment with the idea. Another thing is in our community, we have an idea validator. So everyone in our community gets access to all the apps that we create. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And one of the apps that's in there is our idea validator. It's built on my LLM. So you go through and it's something that I've used internally now for over a year. And it shows me if a project is a winner, or if it's not a winner. It helps me to validate ideas. It's built on every single successful app that's ever been created, and really helps with understanding where we're going to succeed and where we might fall short and what we need to do to validate ideas. So let's talk about the wow moment, because a lot of you guys, we do a breakdown in our community every single week. And people give me their projects and, they give me their landing pages and their ads, and we break them down live in real time. And I can tell you that a lot of people aren't bringing their wow moment out. They're not bringing that, holy cow, this person, guy or girl, absolutely gets it. And this is one of the most defining factors. This is a thing that you are identifying pain points and you're identifying the values that you bring forward, and then you're introducing a wow moment. You can brand that as your special moment, your special things that you do. And I would say between understanding USP, understanding psychology and the way people act and the way people take action, and then bringing that wow moment forward to make something awesome, to hook them in, to get them to want to look at what we're doing, and then go a little bit further to say, what is my irresistible offer? When I hit that 1, 2, 3, jab, jab, right hook, if you want to use Gary Vee's awesome book, Jab, Jab, Right Hook, that's how we do it. And we set them up. And then we knock them down with what it is we're doing. I want you guys doing this. I want you guys to build this because I want every single person here to win. If you're watching this video, I want you to be successful. And whether you give me attribution or not, I don't care. I want you to be successful. So I want you to follow this playbook and I want you to have people coming on board. So let's talk about the irresistible offer, something too good to pass up. So one of the things that we've done is we've created these apps and we're launching each one of these apps every couple of weeks. We launch a new app to our community. It's free. They get every single app that we create and it's all local only. And we build a lot of local LLMs into it. And we build the app because they're all tools that I use. These are all tools that I built internally for me. I'm turning them all into multi-tenant apps and giving them out to the community. And then I'm not going to raise the price of the community, at least not right now. And point being, the value is astronomical on what we're providing. We are offsetting costs that they would have to pay to QuickBooks and to other services. And each one of these is a different service they would have to pay for. And we give it all to free. Why do I do that? Because I want to create an irresistible offer. We already do that. We have some of the apps in there already. If you're watching this video a couple weeks from now, probably some more of these will be pushed out. But my point is, we build irresistible offers. So what I do is I create an awesome value stack. I create an awesome product and an awesome value to them. And I use this prompt. This is kind of a baseline prompt in order to build my offer. Then from my offers, I'm able to create content and create that omnipresence around it. So I want every single person watching this to have two sets of pages. So I want you to have a personal brand and I want you to have a business brand. Your personal is your viewpoints on what's happening in the space. You're going to identify who your target avatar is and what resonates with them and how to create content. I get millions of views on my personal brand every single month and do so omnipresence through multiple different platforms, recording a couple videos a day. We post them up to multiple different platforms. It doesn't take a tremendous amount of time, but I'll tell you, the impact in what we have in our business is like unreal. Like people knocking like, hey, I want to pay you. I want you to come on board and do XYZ for my company. I want to buy your products. I want to join your community. I want to do all these things. People come to me. And one of the biggest problems that I see with people trying to take products or services to market is they focus too much on ads. Like, who are they and how do I go find them? But when do you have that attractive marketing where people are coming to you and then you're just retargeting that audience that is already engaged, it is a much different situation. So I talk to people every single day and I see cost per lead $300, cost per lead $500, cost per sale $1,000, whatever the numbers are. And it's way too expensive. And maybe it works for them. But when I look at the numbers, I'm like, I can lower that. I can cut that in half. I can cut that by a fourth. I can cut that by an eighth. Some of the campaigns that I look at, it's all about how you're putting out content, how you're talking to people, and how you're communicating your message that goes beyond just features. Because we don't sell features, we sell outcomes, and we go a little bit deeper to get people to understand, like, we really know what we're talking about, and we're able to facilitate that conversation because we know what we're talking about. I'm going to show you exactly how we do it. So we record 2 to 3 minute long videos, and I just use Instagram edits. Really easy. You just press the button, read one sentence or speak one sentence, lift off. Press the button, read another sentence. It doesn't need to be super complicated. You don't need to figure out every sort of technology that's out there today and use this, that, the other thing. Just make content. Just talk about what's on your mind. Talk about why you do what you do. Talk about, what the pain points are of that other people, your target avatar, would see in what it is you're talking about. There's millions of things that you can talk about today, and actually I have an app that does this, and it's something we're launching in the community. It will literally tell you exactly what to make content about. And then you can add some carousels in there. You can post a couple times a day, make a long form video, kind of like this, and be able to get people in. And then from there, you're able to, have your content week and so forth and put it out. One of the big things that I like doing is being contrarian. So if everyone is, screaming one thing, I find a way and I find an angle to say something a little bit differently that stands out, and I get a lot of shares from my contrarian viewpoint. Even if someone is saying something that I might believe in some ways, but something is off a little bit, or there's a different point of view to bring forward, you can bring that point of view forward. So it's not like we're just looking at what people are talking about out there online and then just mimicking the same thing that everyone is saying. Sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't. It's already been oversaturated. What we want people to do is we want people to hit the share button. We want people to tell other people that this content is valuable and you should listen to what this person says. Because oftentimes that share button is going to be what's going to make that video have a 1,000% or a 5,000% increase in engagement. And it just takes one crazy viral video of you talking about something or other that's going on in the world. It makes one video that can be the biggest difference in your business in the long term. And, contrarian wins often for me. So here is a prompt to help find, what to talk about. And you can use AI with this in order to find that. You can write the script. Again, I have an entire system that we're dropping in the community that does exactly this. So I definitely recommend, if you're interested, jump on board if you want to take further action with us. Or you can use my prompts, get some results, start getting some traction. Hopefully we'll see you in there on one of the live calls. We do live calls every Wednesday at noon Eastern time. Would love to see you in there. Getting back. So capturing and compounding. So here is how we turn comments into leads. So I want to go through the warm-up ladder and how we do this. So first step is the stop scrolling hook. So we get people to stop scrolling. How do you do that? There's a lot of different hooks that you can use. There's a lot of different messages that you can use. One of my favorites is Stop doing this. Stop doing that. Stop making this mistake. Stop going through that pain. Stop doing something you don't need to be doing. Then from there, you create a useful voice and you talk about what it is that you're doing. Obviously, you're dedicating your life and your business to doing this thing. There's a reason of which you do that. And you being able to explain that to your audience is going to be the biggest difference maker between how people find you and how people associate with what it is that you do. Then we take a contrarian, a bold claim, something that might be a little bit different than what everyone else is saying, giving them a little different perspective on what they're doing, such as if you build landing pages for people, like, hey, you don't need to use any of these landing page builders. We can literally build 10 landing pages, 20 landing pages in, a couple hours for you, and we can test them and decide which one's a winner in a matter of hours, not in months. So, if you're using one of these landing page builders or whatever to build your landing page, etc. I mean, you could just fill in the blank on how your business translates to that. Then you prove it works. So you give some proof, you show those receipts, comment a keyword. So the keyword for this video is GTM, and people comment GTM, they get this video, they understand it, they get some free training, they get some additional education, they understand that they want to take action, they get a couple of emails from us, and then they get the offer. So my offer is $1 to get started with us. That is an irresistible offer, and you can get started for $1 and we'll start helping you get traction in your business to grow and scale your business. That's my offer. I'm just giving you a context to understand what a great offer looks like. And then we proceed forward to continue doing business together. You ramp up your revenue and everyone's happy, right? So here are some of the metrics gates. So on my videos, every single video that does really well, my hook is pulled less than 70% of people watching the video. So let me rephrase that. If you can get 70% or more of people to watch through 3 seconds, that's a good hook. So you go to your Instagram insights, you scroll over to 3 seconds and see if you got more than 7% of people to watch. If not, then you need to fix your first 3 seconds. Next step is called hold. The next hold point is if they're still watching at 60 seconds, of more than 20% of people are watching, then you have them for the hold. If you have less than 50% of people skipping, then you have a good video. And if you get 100 call to actions of people commenting or more, then that's a good video. If you're able to get that video to hit each one of these metrics, and I gave you the exact framework on how to figure out where they fall off, but if you can hit those 4 metrics, a video is going to be X times more likely to get more engagement. And that's all I do. And honestly, if you take nothing else from this and you just do that, you can trip and fall over opportunities down the road, scaling your brand, scaling your business, and scaling opportunities. Again, if you do nothing, you get nothing. But if you were to post 3 to 5 times a day for 30 days, this is potentially what you would see. It would go from maybe you get 1 view. Next video, you end up getting more views, and then you get more views, and then it starts compounding. As you learn and as you apply what you learn back into your content creation, it will change your life and your business forever, because we learn from what it is that we learn. And if we're just ignoring it, not looking at the data and not learning from what we're doing, then yeah, it's not going to be improved. But that which can be measured can be improved. And therefore we can measure each one of those metrics and we can go from there and we can learn from it. So here's the action in process, right? So I have my narrative, I have my offer, I have my content. Here is how I do my script. Here's how I capture. Here's my keyword. People come in, they get warmed up, they take action with us, and people sign up every single day. So like if you're struggling, I know a lot of people are struggling. I get messages every day from people that are, I'm struggling to get my first user, or struggling to pass $1,000 in monthly recurring revenue, or, whatever it is that they're struggling with, or struggling to scale. This is the unlock for whatever pain is that you have. So here are some of the big mistakes that I see. Asking for the sale on the first touch typically takes between 6 to 8 touches in order to make that sale. So that's called content. Put out content. Have an email sequence. Have a warm-up process. Have all those things. Polishing instead of posting. So I don't polish anything. Nothing really gets edited. If you've ever watched any of my videos on YouTube, these are all unedited. I don't edit my content, but I can make millions of dollars and not edit my content. That is what is insane. You don't have to be polished. I don't have to have George Lucas come down here and Steven Spielberg and create a video for me that's overproduced and a hype video. I just give value, and I just explain and give as much value as physically possible. And hopefully you find value in traction in the thing of which I'm giving you. And then from there, hopefully at some point in time, we transact and we work together, and we keep working together as you ramp up, etc. So living just on one platform. So one piece of content can be posted to Instagram, Facebook, and Threads all automatically. It'll post to all three as you connect them together. And then you can go over to TikTok and post to there. And then you can post to X, you can post to LinkedIn, you can post to YouTube Shorts, you can post everywhere. One piece of content goes everywhere. And that's that omnipresence. Quitting on day 4, or views with no way to capture. So you want to have a DM flow, use ManyChat, use Go High Level. I use Go High Level, but also ManyChat's great if you don't want to use Go High Level, totally fine. And then you can push that into your CRM, you can follow up with emails, etc. Quitting on day 4, that's a great way to not have results. So if you're making videos and you go 4 days in, you're like, this isn't working, I quit. What if it was the 5th day that you were about to take off and have the most viral video? And I say this, I built a channel for my father-in-law. So my father-in-law was working a job, and blue collar job, and getting really tired, and had something that he was very passionate about. And I said, well, let's make a YouTube channel. And we posted, I think 9 videos, and the 10th video got millions of views. Now he has 380,000 subscribers on YouTube, and hundreds of thousands on the other platforms, whatever. And he retired, and now he just makes content. Now he's a content creator. Went from being blue collar to a content creator, all because I told him not to quit. So just don't quit. And learn from everything that you're doing. We learned from the first couple of videos. We got better, and then one went insanely viral. I think it's got like 5 million or something like that views now. And he makes content every single day now, and he's a full-time content creator. So I can tell you also from the other point is, many of you are probably like, I'm not a content creator, I'm a business owner. There is no difference today. We all have to make content. Content is how we tell our story. Content is how we get clients. Content is how we grow. And you either have money or you have time. And if you have money, you can pay somebody to do this. If you have time, you should do it yourself. I like making my content because I actually really enjoy doing this, and I love helping people, and I love hearing about people's successes. And this is something I love doing. If you can get into that bucket and understand that this is the biggest opportunity for people to hear your voice. Hundreds of thousands of people hear my voice every single day and make a decision if they would like to transact with me or not. And it's free. And that's what's insane. I don't have to pay for any of this. It's absolutely free. And then when I find what's working, I put it into ads and I accelerate. So those are some of the most important things I want to pull out. So just a sidebar real quick. There's amazing technology out there. Claude Code, absolutely amazing at building landing pages. Our landing pages get incredible conversion rates. We're able to convert people through those landing pages to go from, yeah, I'm interested in what you do, to, yeah, I would like to do business with you, whether buy one of your apps or, services or whatever. Obsidian, that's our brain. Obsidian is our knowledge layer. I think everyone should have all of their SOPs in Obsidian. I think that the problem with AI today is AI is just reading what they find on the internet and it doesn't really know you. And the reason why you're good at what you do is because of that knowledge. So you can either sit there and continue training AI on here's what I do, and explain over and over again, or you can connect it to Obsidian and have your entire knowledge base in there. And Obsidian can be that second brain for you, and it gives that brain to AI. Then AI does everything better. Then we have our personal assistants. I use OpenClaw, but you can use, Hermes or Hermes or whatever you want to call it. You can use any of those. I think it's really important to have a personal assistant that can help you. So this is your 30-day win. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to push out content every single day. We're going to look to see if we're clearing that 70% and that 33-second mark, and just continue refining your hook and getting better. Then we're going to start capturing people. Then we're going to pour fuel, ad dollars on what's winning. Now we're growing and scaling. Organic comes first. If you put organic first in your content marketing game, it's going to have the biggest impact on your business, growing and scaling what you're doing, and so forth. So looping everything all on one page, here's exactly how to do that. Here's some quick Q&A. So I'm not technical, I can't really do this. No, you can do this. It's absolutely incredible how people are doing this. I have people that have never built anything or done anything in their life, always hired people, and they're able to do this. And that's what is incredible. I have hundreds of people in our community, and many of which are non-technical, and now they are somewhat technical by learning how to do this. So don't just say, I'm not going to learn something new. Like, leverage the technology that's out there and let's accelerate inside of it. I have zero audience right now. Perfect. Zero audience is a great place to get started. I love starting with fresh accounts. Fresh accounts can grow faster than an account that is dormant. So grow fresh accounts. It's amazing. Just post daily and get it out there. I don't have time for 3 to 5 videos a day. You have more time than you think. So 3 to 5 videos a day, you could literally record. It takes me probably about 10 minutes to do per video. So if you were to allocate 1 hour a day to making content and then just post them out throughout the day, 8 a.m., noon, and then say 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock, whatever, just post them out. Post it out there. Create the content. Use Instagram edits. It's free. You post right to Instagram from there, and it gives you a little boost through Instagram because you used edits. Perfect. Do it. What if my content flops at first? It will. Your content will flop. Just keep going. Keep building. Just like I said with my father-in-law, we pushed through to that 10th video. Ba-boom. And it absolutely took off. And we couldn't shut that thing down now if we tried. Like, it is an incredible engine. Like, he goes around now and he's seen as some celebrity in the space, whatever, people taking selfies with him. It's absolutely incredible. So to go from doing air conditioning to being an online celebrity and doing all these brand deals and doing all the things that he does, it's absolutely incredible. Anyone can do it. That man was the the least technical savvy person I've ever met in my life, and now he creates all of his own content, posts all of his own content, and I literally haven't touched the account in probably 2 or 3 years, and he's still growing. So yeah. Now, if you want me in your corner, I have a couple of spots. You come and jump on. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to mentor 5 people right now. I want to mentor you, and the only thing that I ask for is a testimonial at the end. So come and join us. Go to go.mattganczak.com/mentor. Just go to mattganczak.com. And I want to help you. I want to help you to do this, to execute. And all I ask for is a testimonial. And I'm going to work with you one-on-one, and we're going to work through to really get this accelerated for you. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Like and share, and definitely follow for more. I'm going to try to put one of these out every single week. I know I'm like a week behind, maybe a week and a half behind, but I'm going to keep dedicating time to putting this out and really helping you with everything I can. Again, documents below this. Be sure to watch our other videos and learn more of what we do. And I want you guys to get traction, and I want to help accelerate you. So come and join us, and let me know if there's anything else I can help with. You can always comment below. More than happy to help. So have a great day. We'll see you guys on the next one.